Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about Fantastic Four because Vanessa Kirby and Joseph Quinn decided they want to talk about their characters and was like, hey, Johnny Storm being a womanizer and being a hot shot, no, that's offensive and it's not sexy today. So we're going to change him up. So basically, he's a pussy. And Vanessa, oh, we need to change Invisible Woman from the traditional 60s housewife, where she's this political leader and this emotional leader, that's pushing the world forward. And we can't have her be the supportive wife and team member again, especially being a mother and being pregnant. And I'm just like, here we go with this nonsense. And I know a lot of people are kind of like great, freaking out about it, which understandably. But my comic book fans, if you guys remember, there was a story called Fantastic Four Life Story. Yes, remember when they did a Spider-Man life story? Well, they did a Fantastic Four life story. And what happened is they literally like changed Sue and Johnny up to match this, you know, this new wave feminist nonsensical crap. So basically, Johnny Storm wasn't the hot shot. I mean, he was a hothead, but he wasn't as hot headed as he was in his main continuity. He was more a little bit more emotional, more thought provoking, or whatever compared to his counterpart. And then on top of that, you had Sue Storm, who um got tired of being the supportive wife, got tired of being left in the background, and then got around the feminist movement at the time and became like this feminist badass who don't need no man, especially her husband Reed. She left her husband Reed to be with Namor in the series or whatever. Um, so this isn't new. This isn't new what we're hearing. This is something that's based on an alternate storyline, and that's what they're doing with the Fantastic Four, which is kind of crazy because um, Johnny Storm, Chris Evans from the 2005 Fantastic Four movie was a breakout character because everybody loved his hot shot head, his being so cool and think he's all that in a bag of pop chips and fucking women. Like that's what people like about Johnny Storm. He's the youngest, the most immature, but that's the character. That is Johnny Storm. That's what people love about Johnny Storm. Just like people love Susan Storm for being the hot mom, wife, supportive character, not the oh, I'm a badass woman, don't need no man kind of thing. No, don't nobody care. Don't nobody want no badass bitch. Susan Storm. They really don't. They wanna you Sue can have badass moments, but the leader of the Fantastic Four and the people that we need to be focusing on is Reed Richards. Reed is the leader, and the family is around that. And if you don't have that, you really don't have Fantastic Four, and that's what's going to kill this already. Because of the fact that they don't want, they're ashamed of Sue and Johnny's characterizations in the comics, which are still their characterizations in the comics today, just with a little bit more leveled out personalities or whatever, because they've grown and changed or whatever, and that's fine. But this whole we need to go for the modern audience crap, oh fuck off with the modern audience, because if the modern audience was there, they, you know what I'm saying? Like y'all keep talking about making these changes for the modern audience, but the modern audience don't really show up for this shit. They really don't. And it's kind of funny because I hear the same old YouTubers, the popular voices, who are complaining about this, still want to try to bash the 2005 Fantastic Four. No, you can't bash the 2005 and 2007 Fantastic Four movies, um, and then complain about this. Either you want the 2005 one or you want the 2025 one, which is the linchpin for Avengers Doomsday. And this is supposed to be Marvel's big comeback right here with the Fantastic Four. But it doesn't seem like it. You get what I'm saying? Like the 2005 one may have issues, but it was the Fantastic Four. And it's kind of funny that a lot of y'all like to try to say, "Oh, it wasn't the Fantastic." It was the Fantastic Four. They made some Liberty changes, of course, because Fox didn't own all of the rights of the characters. But for what they had and what they did, I enjoyed the Fantastic Four. Honestly, I'm mad that we never got a Fantastic Four 3 in that Silver Surfer movie that we were promised because of the reaction of Galactus. Like y'all got to stop reacting to dumb shit. Like I'm talking about studio wise, not the audience, but the audience had the right to get upset, and I understand the reason why they was upset about Galactus. But if the studio was going to already go ahead and do a Silver Surfer movie, do the Silver Surfer movie, introduce Galactus, and then do Fantastic Four 3 with Galactus. You get what I'm saying? Like you might as well have continued on. Don't not do it. You get what I'm saying? Because you could have got people excited for the next Fantastic Four movie when you did the Silver Surfer movie and had Galactus right there. You get what I'm saying? That would have been really cool, especially since we had a Silver Surfer TV show in the 90s, which expanded upon Galactus and the Silver Surfer, which could have led back into the Fantastic Four 3. So come on now, like, and then we could have because we it was also hinted that we were going to get Doctor Doom starting to use magic as well, so that would have been really cool as well. Um, and I get it. That Fantastic Four was based a little bit more on the Ultimate Universe Fantastic Four, so I get it. But let's not pretend like you can't stop trying to bash these old Marvel movies to try to also prove a point with the new one. No, the new one has the issues that a lot of y'all will complain about compared to the 2005 and 2007 one, where you can sit and enjoy those movies. You get what I'm saying? They were more true to the characters than this crap is. And it's kind of funny how people still try to go back in the past and try to crap on certain movies to try to prove a point or try to uplift something to prove a point. Like, no, you can't do that. But with the Fantastic Four, yes, Marvel's first family. It's already bad enough Pedro Pascal is there. We don't need Pedro because the family is supposed to be an all traditional white family. That's the whole point of the family. That's the whole point of Marvel's first family, to be this all American family that we see. And an all American family prime example is white people. You can get mad at a rock, but that's the truth. That is the traditional American family. That is what we see. That is what is demonstrated with the Fantastic Four. It is what the hell it is. The guy who plays Ben's voice is terrible. Um, and then you got Joseph Quinn being a pussy, and you got Vanessa Kirby being sort of basically the fucking leader of the Fantastic Four. Who the fuck want to watch that? You get what I'm saying? Like the excitement for the Fantastic Four kind of dropped, and everybody's on the internet talking about it. You know what I'm saying? And not in a good way. That's not good. That everybody was just like, "Yikes! What the hell are we going to do with the Fantastic Four?" And then of course you have that Fantastic Four life story that kind of show what this is what the characters are most likely going to be. Where at towards the end, Reed sacrifices himself, where he becomes a mindless vegetable after Susan Storm realized her mistake for leaving him or whatever. Like, yes, because bitch, if you're not the linchpin, if you're not the emotional mothering linchpin that keeps the family together, guess what? Reed goes and do a whole bunch of bullshit. That's why we got the maker in the first Ultimate Universe. You know what I'm saying? Johnny goes off and be whatever the fuck he want and kind of be disastrous at it, you know. And then you got Ben who kind of lives a loner's life. Like people need to understand that sometimes a female character, especially in something that's targeted men want a woman to be the emotional support, the motherly support, the healer of the group, the backbone that can hold the man down when he's losing it. You get what I'm saying? So I'm so sick of this feminist bullshit going on with these characters. And then on top of that, with the Johnny Storm thing, so what? The women are not going to have a shirtless scene of Joseph Quinn. You know what I mean? Like we had Chris Evans naked in the first movie. The same thing we had Invisible Woman naked in the first and second movie, and we had him naked in the first and second movie as well. Because you want to know why? Because Jessica Alba and Chris Evans were hot people. Susan Storm and Johnny Storm are the hot ones in the damn group. And Susan Storm is the emotional support, the emotional linchpin that keeps the family together. Johnny Storm is the arrogant, hotshot womanizer, young one in the group. That's the team. That is the team. You get what I'm saying? Reed is the knowledgeable leader, and Ben is the pilot and the strength of the Fantastic Four. You know, and he's the heart of the Fantastic Four. It is okay. Everybody has different roles, but to make these changes of the characters, and that's another thing. Stop being fucking ashamed of the characters. If y'all are ashamed of them, don't do this shit then. Because for some reason, Fox understood the assignment better than Marvel does. Funny how that works. Funny how Fox understood the characters better than current Marvel. It's always funny how people want to be like, well, you know, Susan Storm didn't. Susan Storm never hardly does a lot of shit in the Fantastic Four books. Like, stop it. What point of support don't you understand? Support characters are support characters. Not every support character is supposed to stand up. Yes, she can have a badass moment, and that's it. And that's all she needs to be sometimes. Stop always wanting these characters to be more than what they are, or then you're ashamed of what they are, and then try to make changes to accommodate this quote unquote modern audience. The modern audience have walked away from this shit a long time ago. So start making this stuff for the actual fans of the characters. You know people is going to be mad when they hear this nonsense about the Fantastic Four, but you want people to watch the Fantastic Four, but yet you made changes to the Fantastic Four. That's the reason why a lot of the actors, because if the rumors are to believe, which yeah, they're true, because they said Pedro Pascal was not their first choice, but no other white actor wanted to take it because it was emasculating Reed. Why the hell would you make a fucking comic book about, I mean, movie about the Fantastic Four and Reed Richards is emasculated? It wasn't cool in Fantastic Four Life Story. That's why nobody read that book hardly. Because you emasculated Reed to uplift Susan Storm. And this should not be a movie about Susan Storm. Look, newsflash: the main character of the Fantastic Four is Reed Richards. The family is the supporting cast themselves. They are main characters, but they're also the supporting characters. Because without Reed Richards, you don't have the Fantastic Four. Look at the Ultimate Universe. The Ultimate Universe thought they could do that shit too. They thought they can get rid of. They thought they could split up the Fantastic Four and keep them going. No, don't nobody want a Fantastic Four without Reed Richards. Sorry, it doesn't work like that. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. Are you guys excited for the MCU's Fantastic Four? Are you still going to give it a chance? What do you think about Fantastic Four Life Story? Um, are you hoping that the Fantastic Four movie will be good? Do you hope it beats Superman? I hope it does beat Superman, honestly, at the box office. That's one thing I do hope for the new Fantastic Four movie to do is beat Superman at the box office. I really do. Yes, I'm praying for the Superman downfall. Don't care what nobody say. But yeah, those are my thoughts. I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.